I'm finding it more and more now where when I go to the States, I don't know what it is with the agriculture in terms of the plants. I seem to have a problem with breathing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And I remember Phoenix trip,
We were at Scottsdale.
Yeah, Scottsdale.
And the plants were a little bit
There's no plants.
The plants are, it's a hard thing for me to like breathe for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something of the pollen or how the pollination works there, but I can't adjust. But that's in like dry regions. Maybe I should try like going back to Seattle and see what it's like there.
Yeah, I don't think you would have an issue with Seattle. Seattle's the same type of weather, same type of
You'd think so.
Yeah.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the climate. Like I was in Orange County for a bit in California, and it was. I still had the same issues. Not as much as Scottsdale. I think Scottsdale was the worst.
Yeah, you were.
I liked Scottsdale. Shout out to Scottsdale, Arizona.
Scottsdale did not like you.
Dumb fans. Harp, Amro, we're dumb fans. We're back. We've got a little small 2-week hiatus, but it's okay. No one's watching the show, so you can take as much time as you want off. And we're back now to talk some hockey. Best time of the year. We got a run of playoff games going right now. We're going to talk hockey. When the last video we talked the Western Conference Final, we're going to talk the Eastern Conference Final now. Please like and subscribe and follow us. If any comments below, let us know your thoughts on what's going on. I think I'm looking at a series that probably is where it should be. 1-1 right now. And
Yeah.
Montreal, Carolina.
Yeah, Montreal, Carolina. I guess it's true that you get too much time off and you just can't get
13 days.
And you just can't get your legs going.
They had almost half a month off. And that's crazy.
I was shocked after game one. Honestly speaking, even though having that 13 days off, I thought a Rob Brind'Amour team would be ready to go and this would not affect them. But and then so the final score of that first game was 6-2, and it was Montreal's game after I think a minute and a half because Carolina got that quick goal, and then it was just all Montreal. And Rob Brind'Amour was asked, were you ever considering pulling Anderson? Because Eastern Conference Finals, this is where Carolina chokes. Maybe Anderson starts getting those things in his head, and it's all of a head game then for Carolina. And he goes, we had 13 days off. He needed more shots on net than he did rest because they got all the rest they needed. They put in a trip to Mexico in that time.
They could have, yeah. I think he's the best coach in the game. And I think he's right. Ultimately, now that we look at what the first two games yielded, Montreal should have won that game.
Yeah,
because they're playing I think they're playing the best hockey in these playoffs, and they should have won that game, and they should have won that game handily, and they did. The Stars look like stars. Demidov, Slafkowski scored like crazy goals.
Yeah,
they did. They looked amazing. But a team that was off for 13 days probably got the result they needed. Now, this is where you're a great coach, because the only reason Carolina has made it look this easy is because Freddie Anderson, who I've been very critical of. I am very critical of goalies. I was critical with him. I thought he'd be hurt by now. But he has looked amazing. He's looked like a guy who's been in the league for a while and is a veteran and has been probably the best goalie in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Up until that game. I mean, but again, when you're off for 13 days and you're going up against the Montreal Firepower that wins 7 games against Buffalo, you probably get the result that looked like in game 1. Now, this is where you compensate, and now you're one of the best teams in the league who's gone to 3 Eastern Conference Finals. You come back and take it to Montreal and win it in overtime. But again, you're off 13 days. I think this is the result that we should be looking at right now.
Yeah, and Montreal did exactly what they wanted to do. They got their 1 game in Carolina. They go back home, and then now this is where the big test comes.
The series starts now.
The series starts now.
Yeah,
and I think Carolina had a lot of pressure at the start, especially game 1. Now the pressure kind of shifts back to Montreal to keep that momentum going in their home barn, probably the hardest place to play a road game. I think Carolina's really got to step up and take this one.
I think if Montreal never faced Tampa Bay, I would have said this is going to be Carolina's series eventually.
Yeah.
But Montreal took it to Tampa Bay, and that was a team that was like veteran-laden. They have a ton of cups in that room. That was a big test in the first round for them. And to go and play against a team that was playing equally good as hockey in Buffalo, I really have a hard time against the momentum of Montreal. I think Carolina should win because they have been battle tested. They've gone this far for the past 3 years. But it looks like to me that this might be one of those situations, again, where Carolina just doesn't have enough horses. And I don't know if systems and excellent goaltending is going to be enough. But I do think what we saw in Game 2 is going to be the series. Mm-hmm. Carolina likes to stifle you. They like to they're not loose with the puck.
No.
They make great decisions. And this is where Montreal, I think, we're going to see what these young guys really are capable of. I do think, to me, Game 2 is going to be more of what the series is going to be.
Game 3.
Sorry, Game 3. Yeah.
Or what Game 2 look like is going to be. But anyways,
yeah.
That aside, do you trust Anderson now? Like after that, so I think this is going to be a battle of goaltending because Dobis on the other side, even though this is his first playoff, he's just been solid. And I still like as just an unbiased opinion, I still kind of have more confidence in Dobis than I do Anderson.
I think
even though Anderson's been great this whole playoffs.
Well, I would say that again. In our last video, I said when you're really good, you make it look easy.
Yeah.
And in this case for Carolina, the system is set in place and it's been curated for years. This is not a new system or they're surprising anybody. This is a Roddy Brind'Amour team that really, from tip to tail, in every zone, they have a certain playbook of how they want to play. It's favorable for goalies. That's why they've been able to make goalies like Bussi and Konikov look good goaltending. Like you could put me in, whatever his name is. You put Amr Mazub in there between the pipes. I could probably get you 20 saves. Yeah. Okay, you'll lose 6-0, but I'll get you 20 saves because of what the system yields, right? So that's why, to me, Roddy Brind'Amour is a star of that team. Doesn't matter who they have. Yeah. The top 6 are on defense or in net. Because that team's bought in. They're probably the most bought in team right now of anybody in the NHL. And I'm going to exclude Vegas because this is in a bubble.
Yeah.
They've been the most bought in team the past 5 years. And again, you go up against teams with bigger money, better salary caps, they get better stars. That's where, you get into the playoffs, you get exposed, right? Unless you're able to endure out of it. But they have not been able to do that against Florida. Mm-hmm. And now it looks like to me, I look at Montreal like a team like that. Stars. They got stars.
Yeah.
Tip to tail stars. Okay? Like, what are we talking here? We're not even, like, Demidov's not even in the first line.
No, he's not.
No.
They've got a lot of up and coming stars. I wouldn't say stars right now, but they're gonna.
They got stars now. They got stars now.
Yeah, they
got stars now.
They have stars.
They got stars now.
They have stars. But yeah, I think you're bang on where you say that the star of Carolina is Brind'Amour. Because when I think of like a series like the Colorado one, I'm like, okay, McKinnon's gonna step up. And he's gonna bring him back for a 2-0 deficit. But when I look at Carolina and I don't see one single guy that's gonna be. I look at the coach. I'm like, this guy's not gonna lose 4 games.
Yeah.
The coach isn't gonna let them lose 4 games.
Yeah.
You can't see that about any other coach. I mean, St. Louis is a great coach, but he doesn't have that like that Brind'Amour mentality in him yet.
Well, and I'd say like in terms of like the energy aspect of like getting your team hyped, he probably does have that. But in terms of the technical aspect, the pedigree of coaching, like Brind'Amour, if you told me Brind'Amour won a Stanley Cup with Carolina, I wouldn't have probably believed you unless I've seen it and I saw it happen. Yeah. They beat the Edmonton Oilers, and he won. But the fact that he's probably the most technically sound coach with buy-in factor, I think that's why to me he's probably the best coach in the league.
Yeah.
And I only say that because Kotkaniemi is your third line center. Who gives a fuck about Kotkaniemi? I don't give a fuck. Canucks almost traded for this idiot.
who came from Montreal.
Yeah.
From what was it? They
Oh, Montreal's made some
it was
brilliant
a,
trades.
no, but it was an offer sheet.
Offer sheet.
Remember
They're
that?
like, okay. They're like, yeah, okay, take them. We'll give a fuck.
But that's the only way Carolina could get players, though.
Yeah, it's true, honestly. And that's the thing to me about an American market team, because they just don't spend.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem. They've been able to moneyball the NHL for years. And good systems, good coaching, good organization in that regard. But when it came down to the chips down, Gensel out the door, right? Rantanen out the door.
What they tried spending, Rantanen just wouldn't.
Because he knew.
He wouldn't take it. He was like, nah, I'm not staying here.
Do I want to be a guy in the Eastern Conference Final having to carry the mail? No, I don't. I mean, even though Aho, Svechnikov make it look easy.
Yeah.
But I think, again, you have to buy in to be able to be a Carolina Hurricane. You got to buy into the system. And that system is a winning pedigree system.
Yeah.
But to win a Stanley Cup, you almost have to be able to spend to buy a Stanley Cup too, because now look at how the embarrassment of riches Montreal has in players.
Yeah.
Most of which are locked up for money deals.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that Lane Hudson hasn't had a coming out party? He's now cemented himself as at least a top 20 defenseman, and we're not even talking about Noah Dobson. You know?
Yeah, you got Montreal's future is so bright, and even now, even this playoff run, if they get past Carolina, and I think this is going to be the toughest task for them, they're going to be scary in that final.
And above everything else too, I look at this series: Caulfield, Suzuki, Dano. They went on their run and lost out to Tampa Bay. They have Stanley Cup experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and that is something, unfortunately, Carolina does not have.
Yeah.
Those forwards don't have the same kind of pedigree. So you have players on Montreal that know what it takes to win, melded in with a young core that's exciting and good. Like never mind, like exciting, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're very good. So it's for me, I'm on the train. Like, I think that in terms of the momentum factor, how good they're playing, I see Montreal doing this in 6, maybe 5.
Montreal in 5 or 6.
Maybe
wow.
5.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah,
there.
I think the time off for Carolina is going to hurt them.
So my prediction in this series, and my heart's with Montreal as a Canadian.
But you hate Canadian teams, though.
I love Montreal. I hate Toronto and I hate Edmonton.
Yeah. So if McDavid played for Montreal, you hate them too.
No, wait.
You hate McDavid. Harpreet hates McDavid.
Okay, this narrative of me hating McDavid's got to stop. I don't hate McDavid. I want to see him win a cup. Just not with Edmonton.
Okay, yeah. One of our biggest Edmonton fans behind the camera. Producer Steven loves Edmonton.
We love you, Steven, and I want, and I don't want Edmonton going far, man.
Well, they're not gonna this year.
They're not, definitely not. But anyways, my prediction for this series, my heart's with Montreal, and I just love St. Louis in that locker room. Oh, it's just great to see what he's doing with that team.
Yeah.
But Carolina, I think this is the year they finally get past that big hump. I hope not, but I think Carolina in 6.
I don't think they have the horses. I think a 13-day layoff. Now you're on adrenaline. You have to find your legs again. I just don't think they're going to have. If it goes 7, I still think Montreal edges them out, because, I mean, how many 7-game series have Montreal played now in this?
They're both their series have been in.
They played the most hockey.
Yeah,
right?
they have.
Carolina's played the least amount of hockey. Montreal played the most, and that's why I'm saying Montreal playing the better hockey.
Yeah.
The Montreal reminds me so much of that Chicago team when Taves first came on the scene.
All right.
Tons of young talent, tons of just depth all over the place. More depth than they can handle.
That's when Bufflin was playing forward, wasn't he, at that time?
He was a forward.
Yeah. Started off as a forward. Yeah. Montreal does
better goaltending.
Better goaltending. Montreal does have similarities to that Chicago team.
Just, I think, an abundance of depth, a lot of enthusiasm, this bulletproof mentality. I just can't see them losing. I think Carolina should win, but I feel that Montreal's going to win.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I actually hope you're right in this prediction. But I think Carolina in 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. But let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know if Montreal's going to win, if Carolina's going to win, if McDavid's going to walk, if Quinn Hughes is going to sign with another team. and let us know with your thoughts. So anything hockey, we'll comment on any of it. We're still gonna be watching attentively to all the hockey, and we'll argue on anything because we're just dumb fans. We're idiots. Okay, we don't know anything about hockey, other than we're fans of hockey, and you should definitely watch us. Harp, Amro, dumb fans.